Alright everybody, how y'all doing and welcome back. We are back for the rebuild. Alrighty, I'm gonna go over the parts and we're gonna go ahead and put this baby back together so I can put Windows 11 on it. Alrighty, starting off is the CPU. The RYZEN 5 3600, 6 cores, 12 threads with the base of 3.6 base and a boost of 4.2. Great CPU for my video editing. Now if you want to game on it, it'd be a great gaming PC as well. If you just put the right discrete GPU on it, from 4 GB all the way out to whatever you want it to go up to. But once you go ahead and use this CPU with a good GPU, you got a nice good 1080p gaming system. Okay, the CPU cooler is the ID Cooling SE224XT Basic. Now she looks naked. Don't get that wrong. She looks naked. Here's the fan to it. Now the fan goes up to 1800 RPM. The max thermal design power handle of this CPU cooler is 180 watts. Great cooler. I've been using this cooler for 2 years. It's been cooling my Ryzen 5 3600, which is a 65 watt thermal design power. But if I want to upgrade to the Ryzen 7 or the Ryzen 9, a little more beef, you know, this cooler is good. It has your four heat pipes, great cooling, and you cannot go wrong with it. Alrighty, the motherboard of choice is the ASROCK A320M HDV R4.0. This motherboard will be replacing the ASROCK A320 MK. Like I said, it was giving me some issues. We reaching out to ASUS to figure out what those issues are. But in place of it is the ASROCK A320M HDV. Now keep in mind, this motherboard has low voltage regulated modules. Now when I say that, that means that I do not overclock. And this is to be a great gaming board, as well as a great basic board for basic users, as well as your basic gamers who likes to play their games at 1080p. But this motherboard will be handling my needs, and will go ahead on and give me the performance I need on a daily, regular basis. Okay, the RAM is the TEAMGROUP ZEUS. TEAMGROUP, let me correct that. This is the TEAMGROUP T-Force ZEUS 32 GB of RAM at 3200 megahertz speed. The CL is on here is 20. Now these are two 16 GB sticks. It comes into a dual kit. Great memory for 32 megahertz. Now if you want some more higher, then you got to go ahead and get a perfect board. But this board here is great for my needs as well as this RAM, and I had no issues with it. Speeds are snappy, the programs are flying, and everything works functionality for my needs. Okay, the storage is the two SAMSUNG SPINPOINT 2.5 mechanical hard drives at RPM 5400. These work great for storage. You can go ahead and put your SSDs, 500 GB, 1 TB, 250, whatever you like up here. You got the space for it. These two works for me because they got a lot of information on for my relative information, my investments, etc. This is good for me. Two 32 GB SS 2.5 mechanicals. Now coming in on the other storage is my SAMSUNG. Is my SEAGATE. Sorry about that. It's my SEAGATE 1 TB 3.5 7200 RPM hard drives. when it comes down to me doing my video editing, everything goes on here. It is not an issue. I love these hard drives by Seagate. Now keep in mind, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I've been rolling with Seagate for so many years. Now we add up, when I built my first system using the Seagate hard drive, that was in 2000. So you go from 2000 to 2022, I've been rolling with Seagate for 22 years now, and I have never had the issue with using their hard drives. Alrighty, extra hard drive. As you see, it is on a 2.5 to 3.5 bracket, so if you want to go ahead on and use that depth for the extra SSD, you can. Same thing with the 3.5 as well too. I'll be getting into that just shortly. But the hard drive here is the Toshiba HDKCC 00500 gigabyte, 2.5, 7200 RPM speed. Great for my video editing when I got to go ahead and put my thumbnails, etc. up in here. Great storage, great space. It works for me for my video editing needs. Now, last but not least, is the boot drive. Yes, this is the Silicon Power P34A60, 256 gigabyte M.2 2280 NVMe 1.3. Yes, this works great for me. Only thing that's going to be on this M.2 drive is going to be the operating system, which is Windows 11, as well as my programs that I use for my needs. Okay, now coming in is, and I forgot to get it, hold on, bear with me, is the HP GeForce GTX 1060 3 gigabyte. Now this will be replacing the AMD Fire Pro W5100 because the W5100 do not support Windows 11. I will reach out to AMD personally myself and find out if they do have a driver for it, because that is one of the best editing cards that I love. And I know they got the new series of them out, but that is the best video card that I use by AMD. But now, and as you know, I had to go down a gigabyte, but for my 1080p, I don't do any footage in 4K because I could care less about 4K. But for 1080p, great for me. At 60 frames per second, this works. So this is the HP GeForce GTX 1060 3 gigabyte. Okay, now the monster, the case. Now y'all know she is stripped down because I'm gonna go ahead and get her ready. This is the do-it-yourself PC, DIYPC CUBOID Micro ATX case. I love this case. This is one of my first very presentational case. Now I do have two side panels, plexiglass, acrylic glass. The main reason why I fell in love with it because of the vertical mount motherboard tray. It holds up front, fan wise, you holds up to 120 millimeter, 140 millimeter, as well as a 200 millimeter fan. Up top, it holds two 120 millimeters as well as two 140 millimeters and AIOs. Up top, it holds a 240 millimeter AIO. Now keep in mind with the AIOs, your piping will be hanging, so just keep that in mind. If you don't mind, I saw a video where one person used this case and did that. He loved it, and it worked great for him. Now, for the storage cage here, you got your up front are your two 3.5s. Now, if you don't want to use the 3.5s, you want to go with SSDs, make sure you buy your 2.5 to 3.5 mount tray, and then you can go ahead and install 4 SSDs. Here you got your 2.5 drive cage there, as well as your 3.5, as well as your 2.5 drive cage here. Now, like I said, in 2.5, you got to go ahead and buy an mount tray, 2.5 to 3.5 mount tray to add up in there. But other than that, she's a monster, and it has a 120 millimeter fan in the back. Now, for my power supply is my RAIDMAXVORTEX 600 watt 80 plus white. 80 plus white, y'all see it, 80 plus white. It's right there in the corner. Non-modular PSU. I brought this in 2020 after watching Kyle video that put me onto full modular power supplies. When I went to order my power supply in 2020, they was all sold out because all system individuals was buying all the power supplies out during that time frame there, and everybody was stuck going back to the ketchup and mustard cables, which it don't really bother me because this is what I use building my PC back in 2000 when we was on these and then we had the motherboards, the PGA motherboards back in those days. So yes, I still love my cable mustard cables. I love the fully modulars. I love the semi-modulars. They all work if you could get one on hand. All right. Now, coming in is the baby itself. Here is the USB flash drive, the Windows 11 operating system on here. I will be putting the links in the description below, so y'all can go ahead on it and read everything. I'll be putting links in the description. If y'all want to know how to install an ISO to a USB drive, I'll be putting Microsoft ISO information in that description as well too. Just like I said, it's many videos to install Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 8.1, and Windows 8 and Windows 7, 32-bit and 64-bit. I didn't go Vista. If you can still use Vista and Windows XP in 2022, which you can, feel free to do so, but make sure you find the 64-bit version and then you'll be good to go. And my fans. Now, y'all already know my CPU cooling fans are ID cooling, which comes with that. I have the Arctic F12 for the back. Yes, this ID cooling is double fan, so you can add an extra fan cooler onto it if you want to. For RGB aesthetics. Now for this little baby here, this is my Logisys, LOGISYS. This will be keeping my 2.5s cool. So yeah, I just got excess L cooling going throughout. This is a CUBOID do-it-yourself CUBOID case, so it's not an issue. Now for the aesthetics, the RGB bling is the COOLMOON 200mm RGB fan. This baby sits up front, and yes, she is cooling galore. The RPM on this here is 1300 RPM, and it comes with the other fans that comes with the controller. Here is the COOLMOON 120 Sunshine RGB door rings. Yes, that lights up front and back. See, they door rings. The controllers, the fan, the 120mm fans, sorry viewers, the 120mm fans comes with the controller hub itself. It connects up to 10 fans as well as 2 light strips. You do have a remote control that comes with it that will cycle through all your colors. You put it on auto, you can pick the regular colors from red to white. There's 12 colors up there to pick from, or you can go ahead on and pick from about 280 color modes that you like with these fans. Now all fans will be hooked up to the controller hub. I recently, in the viewer saying that I had to buy another controller hub to get the actual fan speed. When I reach out to the company, they said that their 200mm fan gives you the exact same, the exact speed using this one controller hub here. So when you connect all fans up to it, you will get the exact RPMs, fan speed from the controller. Now, I went over the parts. I'm excited to get this baby back up and running because I got some videos to put out. So, enough talking. Let's do this. she's done. She is done. Now she may look a little naked because what I got to do now is I got to go ahead and do the cable runs, snap down everything, do my tie downs because I got to tie down a lot of wires with this baby here. Yeah, I got to go ahead and strap in the RGB header for COOLMOON, so I can go ahead and run these fan leads right. I got to go ahead and connect up my PCIe power connector to the GPU, which is a 1060 3GB GTX 1060 3GB. Now, keep in mind that the Windows 11 supports are on the 700 series and higher for the cell. I'll be putting the link in the description below. If you don't know that, then you can go ahead and look up all the GPUs that is Windows 11 certified with Windows 11. So other than that, she's ready. All I have to do now, just like I said, is cable management, which I don't do off camera. Once I'm done doing all that there, I'm gonna go ahead and do the photo montage as well as the video montage to the end and install Windows 11. Now I will be installing Windows 11 off camera because y'all don't need to see me install Windows 11. I said that's strictly clear with any operating system I put on for Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11, any operating system. I don't need to show y'all on camera because there are tons of videos doing that. And I already know how to do it. You know how to do it. So other than that, she's ready to go. COOLMOON's looking good. I love the fans about COOLMOONs. They're great. Especially if you have a motherboard with no RGB and looking for the RGB feel. Now me, personally myself, I do the RGB breathe mode, but everything else, the rainbow, I'm pretty much over that there. So, but if I want a certain color, I just go ahead and pick the color light. If it's from green, which is spiritual and friendly, I pick that color. Blue, I pick blue for calm and relaxation. Now, if you see me light up red, that means I'm angry. Somebody made me mad, so I'm trying not to push red that much. Only time you see red is when someone in my household made me angry, and I just switch everything to red. So other than that, she's ready. I'm gonna connect up the leads, tie downs, and get her set and ready to go for Windows 11. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna put the videos montage of the final presentation in the videos. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.